Greetings to everyone out there in the YouTube multiverse. Right here. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the player setup for the G1 module, a Steading of the Hill Giant Chief, along with my suggestions for getting players involved a little easier, and how a party that I was in finally had what it took. I feel giving a unspoiled look is better than showing the whole module, because modules like this need to be experienced, not have the fun and adventure sucked right out of them by a full-on spoiler. As always, I will have links below to the modules that are in this series through DriveThruRPG for your convenience. This module was first printed for AD&D by TSR and was an official tournament module at Origins 78 in Detroit, Michigan. Now in April of 2017, this module was reprinted for the 5th edition Epic module, Tales of the Yawning Portal. This was starting on page 165, which I just happen to have a copy of it right here in my hand. I personally feel that this reprint gave a breath of life back into this and other earlier AD&D and D&D modules, and gave them a more detailed map for reference. Steading of the Hill Giant Chief was written by Gary Gygax. The original module was 8 pages long, had 2 maps on the inside of its monochrome cover, and it had a list of 9 pre-generated player characters, ranging from experience level 8 to 14. This is a standalone adventure, or it can be combined with G2, Glacier Rift of the Frost Giant Jarl, and the G3, Hall of the Fire Giant King modules, which just happens to be the G1 through 3 module against the Giants. The module here suggests that a party of 9 characters make their way to the stead, but it also states that 3 or 4 well-seasoned and experienced adventurers may attempt to complete this module. Now, Steading of the Hill Giant Chief starts you out in an area of Greyhawk known as the Grand Duchy of Jeff. There are also several other modules that could be used leading you up to this for a much larger campaign setting. Make this module feel like it's part of something bigger when you present it. I suggest you create a road to a local village somewhere in the area. Give the NPCs a sense of dread in the tone of their speaking. After all, hill giants have been terrorizing the region for some time, stealing their livestock. Have the party walk in on a town meeting being held at a local inn tavern establishment, because it's the only place in the area that can accommodate the villagers. Because this region is damp. It's known to rain and be foggy through all parts of the day and night. A meeting of this importance should not be held outside. That just wouldn't be smart. These people are desperate to find someone to help them rid them of the terror that the hill giants have been inflicting on them for so long. Now, this module assumes that the player has already arrived at a spot near the giant stronghold, and they are given a detailed map, how to arrive there, and a description of the entrance and a couple of guard posts outside. But at the time of their arrival, none are present. Now, if the party leaves and comes back, then there will be guards posted there. Out of the 3 times that I ran this module as a player, success only happened on my last attempt. When we got there, we took a vote to see what our first order of business would be. Now, a couple of us had military experience, and it was suggested that we do a full reconnaissance around the perimeter of the stead. Now, this gave us the upper hand, we thought. as we drew the outside walls, window locations, the overall size of the stronghold, and maybe possible guard rotations and times. Now, I also knew that no one was going to be stupid enough to cast Fireball this time, because I was the only magic user class in this party. And Fireball was not one of my memorized spells that day. Now, like a line from the Deep Purple song, Smoke on the Water, it states, "Some stupid with a flare gun burn the place to the ground." There you go. My no-spoiler look at the opening player setup for the G1 module. Steading of the Hill Giant Chief, AD&D module. Tell me your thoughts of my review approach in the comment section down below. Now I have several other modules to review in my library, and I plan on doing one every few weeks to a month. Now, over here to my left is a video that I made called Lost Soldier's Treasure, where I show a bunch of AD&D modules that my mother found for me at a yard sale. As always, thank you for watching. Now grab that D8 and roll damage.